My kids' birthdays are hard for me because as much as like it's a happy day or whatever, I guess, like none of it's really been good for me, personally, from the trauma that I've gone through with their dads to the ways which some of them were conceived to the actual birth. Um, and I've only really been into this healing journey for like maybe 3 or 4 years. So a lot of stuff I didn't know. Um, Healing isn't linear. So basically, healing goes in a spiral. Um, and like you come back to certain things to revisit them again and again. And if you're not ready to feel the stuff, um, it keeps continuing to just sit there and be part of you and be in your body and in your energy field until you're actually ready to feel it and heal it. So being in the position that I had been in, being a single mom, a true single mom, I had been in complete survival mode. And when you're in survival mode, you don't have the space and you're not healing from anything. If anything, you're just pushing it deeper and deeper and not dealing with it because you literally can't. Healing it takes a lot of time. And so if you think that you can just continue to be functional when you're healing from trauma, like that is a false statement. You can't, especially if it's deep rooted. And I basically got started like really late in the game, because I had no idea about any of this. And I wish I would have had any guidance, or anything. But here we are now, gotta say the timing is perfect. Your life is unfolding perfectly. Okay, whatever, spiritual fucking talk. But that explains why I've not felt like happiness, on certain days where everyone just assumes you should be happy. Like Christmas or, like my kids' birthdays, for example. I don't have not one good story, um, of anything that went down on any of the days I've given birth. It's been hell, quite frankly, and I'm paying my dues. I'm here on this earth paying my dues, getting through it, I guess, is the best I can. And, I had to keep shoving this pain and these feelings down until I got on this healing journey. And it's like every year things are going to circle back around, and if you don't deal with them fully, then you're going to have to deal with it the next year. And this doesn't just go for like special days, birthdays or whatnot, although I think that because those days are easier to remember, it's very easy to pinpoint, oh, well, now I know. Now I know this deep sadness I'm feeling. I was crying just uncontrollably for the past couple of days, and I'm not really an emotional person. I really pretty much try to be kind of chill unless I'm allotting myself that time. I feel like on this journey of unbecoming and dealing with my triggers, I have become pretty chill. However, this uncontrollable crying, this deep sadness I've been really feeling through, and it was right in here. And for women, a lot of it is, you're storing your trauma in the womb. And mine was directly related to the conception, the birth, and the subsequent years of raising said child. So, yeah. But instead of ignoring it, I decided to feel into it, give myself a chance to feel some of what I did not give myself a chance to process while things were happening. Because a lot of times when you're going through something and you're in the middle of the situation or whatever, you're kind of trying to survive the situation. You're not necessarily able to like get through it in a healthy way of processing or whatever, especially when you have no support. So it's been a couple nights worth of really feeling into that. And I noticed I kind of got into another back pattern of, texting my ex and just once again attempting to explain the feelings that I'm dealing with as if he gives a fuck. And a lot coming up right now is the trauma of what never was. And I think for a lot of people, there's a lot of people kind of going through that. And it's hard to pinpoint because it's what never happened. It's the things that you longed for that never happened. It's the effects on your life, on your mindset, on your body, on the outcome of your experiences time after time of the things that never happened. Never getting told I love you. Never being told I'm proud of you by anyone. Never having a good experience, a family experience, a bonding experience. When you have a baby, you naturally want it to be a happy family. You naturally want it to be a loving moment where you're there with the father of your child, the guy you love, holding your baby and just falling in love with the life that you created and feeling held by them and feeling beautiful, feeling powerful, feeling proud, and feeling loved. And after 6 babies, I never got to experience anything like that. It's never been a happy time with any of the fathers of my children. And I really want to learn how to let go of that pain that's stored so deeply inside of me, because learning and having the knowledge that I have about energy and having the knowledge that I have, that I've been studying and doing everything for the past couple years, having the knowledge about something isn't enough. It really needs to be embodied. And so when there is so much pain stored, especially right here in your sacral chakra, it becomes an energetic block to actually wanting to call in what you desire most of all. And that's why it's been such a double-edged sword for me, because what I want most of all is love, is to love and be loved fully back. And from everything that's happened to me, and that it's been stored here, because I've always had to put away that pain and just continue to do. Ignore what's really going on and just continue to do. You know, somebody's got to get the shit done. Somebody's got to fucking make the dinner. I really have been learning how to unpack the baggage, how to release the trauma. And now that I'm done with all the learning of how to do it, now I need to really dedicate to doing it now that I know how. And the Lionsgate is also here to assist with this. So, and like, you know, you don't have to be understanding and in tune with the moon cycles for the moon cycles to affect you. It's just that when you do know about them, you can sometimes harness that energy to get you an amplified or deeper clearing. So I was really happy when I saw that one of my favorite YouTubers, Reiki Rachel, put out a Lionsgate healing. And it was right at the perfect time when I was just falling apart, crying, and just feeling into it, like allowing myself for once 10 years later to really feel into how much these events have really affected me bodily and energetically, and emotionally, and apologize to myself, and just, you know, freaking clear this shit out. Like, I'm so over it. I'm so over the injustices and the heart, like the I don't know the word for it, the stuff of my past standing in the way of what I hope one day could be a future. You know, I don't want to just continue along the life that I've been living, like, and I've been working so hard, like, and I know you're not supposed to say that, you're working at it, like, you know, you're allowing yourself, I'm allowing myself to have the chance to remove this energy, you know. I don't want to push the man I love away. I don't want to push love away. And I don't want anything in my body to be there that is pushing love away. And so if that means I have to feel this pain that I didn't allow myself to feel in the moments because I shoved it down in me so that I could keep being productive, well then I guess I need to fucking feel it and do it already, you know? Like, and going back to my first statements about it's a circle, you know? It's not linear. It's a circle. So it's like you're going to circle back to it year after year, going deeper until you've gotten it all. And that's kind of the thing. Like, last year and the year before, it's like I kind of surface level. I do remember, like, for an hour straight, basically not even cussing out, but straight out telling off the father of my child. Um, like, I was releasing some anger on what he had done to me, anger on what he had put me through, just anger at the whole entire situation, because I deserved better, and I deserve better. And so last year, I definitely released a lot of the anger. But like they say, anger is a secondary emotion. There's always something beneath the anger. So I got the anger out. Well, now we're back here again, a year later. And it's that pain of what never was. You know, I feel robbed. I feel that encountering this particular person and going through what he put me through robbed me of the experiences that I was setting forth for myself, of the commitments that I made for myself, of the goals that I had for myself, and the actions I was taking. And I always say, God, take that fucking Uber. You just... And I think last year I told him, I said I would have rather gotten a DUI. I would have rather risked my life and gotten a DUI or a car accident than what happened. Because at some point you're done paying off the fines. At some point you get fucking repair your damn vehicle. At some point your broken arm heals. I can never take back anything that's happened. And instead of moving on, I'm trying to keep moving forward. But I think the worst part about it, I don't know what the worst part is, I guess the worst part about it is that I didn't realize that trauma is just very much stored in your body. And I've just been going along, you know, not understanding why I can't call in, you know, can't call in what I'm wanting, you know, my manifestations. And it's like, it's just been such a, like, triple long of a process for me, because I feel like everyone else who's doing this is like, they're like 19, 20, 24, and they're just moving right along. I'm late to the game, but I still feel like it's worth doing. Got nothing here but time to sit alone, apparently. So yeah, I mean, it is hard for me. It's really hard for me to go to a birthday party for my kids and like sit there and try to just pretend things are cool, because they're not at all cool at all. And it is very hard for me to even, it's almost like it's an out of body experience a lot of the time. And I have informed them that this is going to be like the last year that I subject myself to doing these double birthday parties, because truly I don't wish to be anywhere near these men at all. And we can do our own goddamn party. We can do our own party. Like, they can do their own thing, we can do our own thing. Like, this is just what it's gonna have to be. So yeah, so I'm gonna like go sit there and like, I don't know, this is why 2 Christmases ago I just fucking flipped out on everyone, because I just couldn't even speak about certain things that went down some 10 years ago. So, you know, I just fucking let everybody have it and let everybody know what the actual truth was and why I'm so damn bothered, you know, like, and I'm like, I'm just, I'm really, really hoping that next year's different. And it's like you seem to have like this window of opportunity that comes along once a year with whatever it is, you know. But this can happen with a good thing too, I guess. But everything is stored energetically. Everything that happens is stored energetically. So when you're not even knowing about this is why you see those people who everything just seems to come to them like easily, and they just have these amazing lives. It's because they've just been energetically programmed with nothing but love.
How do you spell Jesse?
And their parents probably had nothing but love, you know. And so you can see the difference between somebody who was raised on love and who was just literally raised in survival mode. And there's such a correlation now between childhood patterns and what carries over into like your adult relationships or whatever. Like, and I think a lot of people more are talking about it now, that trauma of what never was, because it's hard to pinpoint. It's just the hugs that you never got, you know, the feeling of acceptance that you never got. For me, I think it's the biggest one around being a mom. It's like anything that I would have wanted, it never happened. So it just really was just so fucking stupid. Like, you know, having the father of your child there with his arm around you. I will, you know, if I really, really recall, yeah, no, not even. I mean, maybe bits and pieces of something that would have been considered halfway okay with my second, but no. Like, it's just no. Just not ideal situations, okay? Not ideal situations. And, you know, probably not the only one healing from this stuff. But knowing now what I know and how I'm teaching this and doing the energetic work and healing for other people, like while I'm still dealing with my own shit, yeah. I mean, most of my clients are younger than me. And it's really easy to fix them up in like 2 sessions, and then they go and then they get all these results that they were wanting, and I'm like, wow, yeah, I'm amazing. And then I'm like, oh yeah, well, I'm in a twin flame separation, like, you know, I still have stuff I gotta work on, and I got no choice but to sit here and work on it, really. I don't know what the other choice would be. Not, and then just keep being, it's like either way it's going to be miserable. Like, either things are going to stay the same and that's going to be miserable, or I can just keep trying to fight for a better future. And so I'm going to keep trying to fight for a better future, you know? Unpacking this shit, unraveling this shit, but that's what they say, you know? Like, and this stuff, it can be so deep that you don't even know if it's from a past life or if it's ancestral or, you know, what is really going on. And it's just like, it's just everything. Inner child healing, like, and it just so much is just stemmed down to this inner child too. Like, if your inner child never felt like they mattered or that they were worthy of love or praise or that they belonged, then they're just going to become, you know, a young adult and an adult who attracts partners who mirror that feeling of not belonging, not being wanted, not being important to the person. You know, it's just a lot. So, you know, I figured I'd come on and talk about it. You know, it's whatever. If you don't like my videos, don't watch. But I guess talking about it is kind of helpful because, you know, I do post a lot of selfies of if I'm having a good time, whatever. But there's always the other side of that, you know, it's like, yeah, you're going to see some pictures. You're going to see some pictures, I'm sure, of what appears to be a happy, fun time. And maybe it can also be, you know, a little bit of a happy time. I think one quote that I'll never forget by Melanie Ann Layer, you can hold joy and grief both. Even though I'm filled with grief, I can still allow joy, and that's what I'm really going to try to concentrate on today. You know, be happy if I see my daughter smiling, yeah, and then try to not let the disgust for her dad ruin the chill mode that I am really trying to have for myself, because I'm really trying to be all zen. Like, I'm trying to be chill, peaceful. Don't want anyone taking away from that, because yeah, I'm healing, but I'm not all the way healed. So if I have to I will. You know what I'm saying? So, not fragile like a flower, fragile like a bomb, right? But yeah, all I can try to do is be as fabulous as I can and continue to remove the trauma. Remove the trauma. Remove the trauma. You guys want a new ASMR video? Plucking away the trauma. Get that out of there, right? All right. Anyway, thanks for watching. And yeah, I'll be back.